Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you are having a fantastic day. It's Friday once again, which means it's time for Ye Olde Weekly Beauty Chit Chat. And if you are new around here, this is a series that I have done on my channel for a number of years. And it's just an opportunity for me to casually chit chat about all of the fun, frivolous, completely unnecessary beauty products that I was personally loving or obsessing about over the course of the past week. So makeup, hair care, body care, perfume, you know, like I said, all the fun, frivolous things that none of us really need, but that we kind of like playing around with. So per usual, I have a fun little lineup from this most recent week. So I will go ahead and list and link everything I'm sharing in the description box below this video. If you would like to know where to purchase any of these items, read up other people's reviews, look at in-depth ingredient information, yada, 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 check out the description box. There's always a plethora of information down there. I hope you all had a good week. I had a pretty good week myself. I am a little bit busy this afternoon, so I kind of have to get this stuff done. So not a whole lot of chit chat in this video. We're gonna dive right in. So we're gonna start with perfume. This is usually where I start. So I have a few picks. This first little combo here, I was doing last weekend into the beginning of this week before I started in with this second duo that I'm gonna tell you guys about. So the first one I'm gonna mention is this combo right here of the Sol de Janeiro Biolage Flor Elasti-Cream, which by the way, I just finished this morning. So she's gone. I will need to repurchase her. I love this particular body cream from Sol de Janeiro. I still love the original Boom Boom cream, I think a little bit more, but this one is definitely very hydrating, and I like to use this one especially right after shaving my legs. I just find it to be really soothing, and the best part is it smells like $1,000,000. This smells like the Baccarat Rouge 540 fragrance with just a little bit of added sweetness to it. So I would say it maybe resembles the Ariana Grande Cloud fragrance a little bit more than the Baccarat Rouge 540, but they're very similar. So, the similarities between the Ariana Grande and the Baccarat Rouge 540 is what I'm trying to say there. But yeah, so this is kind of a really great, I would call it a more skin-like scent. It's not the type of fragrance that is going to like reach out and just smack other people in the face as soon as you get anywhere near them. It's a very subtle type of fragrance, but it's one that I've always gotten a ton of compliments on. People love that original Baccarat Rouge 540. And so for me, I have always purchased the dupes of that, which is what this is right here. This is the Alt Crystal number 23. This is Alt's version of the Baccarat Rouge 540. I also have the Dossier version, and I love that one as well. But in terms of these two together, I find that the overall lasting power is really increased of this perfume when I pair it with this particular body cream, and it just intensifies the scent a little bit more by pairing them together. So even though it's still not going to be one of those like super aggressive types of fragrances, it is definitely a very beautiful, very soft, like musky type of scent. Again, more of like a skin type fragrance experience, but absolutely beautiful. So if you've never paired these two together, they make a really nice combo. This also is a base for a lot of the other perfumes that I've had in my collection that have a little bit of a muskiness to them. I like to use this and apply this to my skin prior to applying those fragrances. And again, it kind of helps to amplify the scent of the perfumes a little bit by using this as a base. So if you've never tried this one, it is lovely and super, super hydrating. So it's just a nice moisturizer to begin with, but it also smells like $1,000,000. All right. I have a brand new fragrance that I reviewed this week, and it is a must-have if you are in the market for a new citrus fragrance for summer 2025. The Seven Virtues just released their Clementine Dreams recently, and I did an in-depth review of this one. You guys, so bright, so juicy, so vibrant. This just smells like a summer dream. It really does. I'm not a summertime girly at all, but this almost has me excited for summer. First of all, the atomizer that comes with the 7 Virtues fragrances is always amazing. So let me just do a little top off here. Honestly, I really don't need it. I applied this to my skin probably about 6 hours ago now, actually in combination with what I'm gonna share here in a second, but I applied both of these scents about 6 hours ago, and I can still very readily smell this on my skin. I don't even need to bring my arm up to my nose, like it's just still wafting off of me. So the lasting power is there when it comes to the 7 Virtues fragrances, but their atomizers always get me because they have the most beautiful mist. Did you see that? I freaking love it. Immediately after this goes on your skin, you just experience the most lively, bright citrus fragrance. It just wakes me up. This is very energizing. It's just a beautiful scent. If you missed the in-depth review, I'll go ahead and link it down below. I talk a little bit more in depth about the fragrance notes in there. But I mentioned in that video that I want to pair this with the Vanilla Woods, and I decided to do that. And you guys, this combo is fabulous. So I'm gonna go ahead and layer it again. This is the combo that I was actually wearing earlier today. So let's just re-up it. That mist. Yes. Yeah, this, if you have both, you have to try them together. The Vanilla Woods, this is my holy grail fragrance here, by the way. This is probably in my top 2 like all-time favorite fragrances ever. So I love this one on its own to begin with. It's kind of almost a borderline, kind of smoky vanilla type of scent. I've heard some people say that the kind of smoky note that's in here kind of reminds them of cigarette butts, which I don't get at all. I obviously would not wear a fragrance that I thought smelled like cigarette butts. That's not appealing to me at all. But I have had some people tell me that that's what their nose detects in this, so might be worth checking this one out in person rather than blind buying it. But for me, this is a beautiful, deep, sophisticated, slightly smoky touch of floral ambered vanilla, and it's heavenly on its own. But you guys, when I combine this with this Clementine Dream, the combo is absolute perfection. It's almost like it takes this maybe summer daytime type of citrus fragrance and it turns it into a summer evening romantic date night type of citrus fragrance. Anyway, listen, if you have both, pair them together, or the next time that you're at the mall and you're near a local Sephora, this is where you can find the 7 Virtues is Sephora. Pop into the store, spray them both on your arm, and let me know your thoughts. I want to know what you guys think about this combo. I really love these two together. I kind of want to try it with a couple of my other 7 Virtues fragrances. Listen, if you don't play around with your perfumes by mixing them together, you should do that. Sometimes I will mix different fragrances together if I'm really craving a new perfume in my life. Maybe I don't have the budget for it, or maybe I just don't want to blow money on another bottle of perfume in that moment. What I will do is go into my master closet where I keep all of my perfumes, and I just start mixing some different things together, and it kind of scratches that itch for me in terms of wanting something new. So anyway, mix your perfumes. Why not? There's no rules. All right, let's talk about some hair care. I have 4 products here that I've been using over the course of this past week, and I have really found them to be a wonderful, like, thickening, volumizing combo of hair products. And as someone who has really fine, thin hair and who absolutely hates that, I'm always looking for hair care products that help me like amp up the oomph in my hair, if you will. So this is what I was using this week, and I need your guys' help on a possible replacement suggestion for the first thing I'm going to mention, because I think this might be discontinued. So this is from Living Proof. This is the TBD Multitasking Styler. This is a styling cream, and I have had this in my hair care collection for a number of of years. I actually just finished this product finally this morning. I squeezed out the last little bit. I could probably cut the tube open and get maybe like another use out of it, but I'm probably not gonna do that. I'm gonna consider this product finished, which I'm proud of because like I said, I've had this in my collection for a number of years. But starting last, I would say, I think Sunday was the first day that I tried this. I applied my Pureology Color Fanatic leave-in treatment, which I always do. I used a little dab of this, worked it through from probably not necessarily the roots, but pretty close to my roots down to the ends. And then I bought a couple new hair care products. I believe I shared them in last week's video, could have been the week before. But I started using these products this week and I decided to use them together. And oh boy, was that a good decision because these are both giving me so much thickness to my hair. Now, one is crazy affordable and this one here I don't think is crazy expensive. It's Biolage, so it is a like high-end hair care product, if you will, but I don't consider Biolage to be like outrageously priced. This is the full density densifying spray. This is for thin hair and it's infused with biotin. And then this is the very, very affordable Garnier Fructis hair filler and polypeptides thickening spray. This is supposed to fill hair with volume and give fuller hair in just one use. There we go. I can read, I promise. So this has polypeptides, citric acid, and a repair complex in it. So I have been taking about 5 or 6 sprays of this, and then once again, distributing that from my roots down to my ends, taking another 5, 6, 7 sprays of this, distributing that between my hands and working it throughout all of my hair. And then to finish it off, my mousse. I love mousse. This is the Kenra Volume Mousse. This is their Firm Hold Mousse number 17. So this has been the last step in the routine. And then I just blow dry my hair upside down. I run a comb through it a few times to make sure it doesn't get tangled up. But when I flip my hair back over, I am left with hair that feels so much thicker. And you guys, it's not, like it's still soft and silky. It's not like heavy or weighed down with product at all, even though I obviously used a ton of product in my hair. This really has been a combination of products that have given me a look that I really, really like, and it doesn't make my hair feel gross. In fact, my hair feels soft and it smells amazing. The smell is really good too, but that's not really what matters here. It's the fact that this is giving me a really thick look to my hair without making it feel gross. Listen, sometimes volumizing products or thickening products can feel kind of gross in the hair. They certainly make your hair look a lot more, you know, voluptuous, but they can feel kind of gross. No grossness here at all. Please tell me this is either still a bit, I really think this is discontinued. Give me an alternative for this if you have one. If you use this and you have something similar that you think I might like to replace it with, let me know down below, because obviously I'm out of that now. So, all right, next let's move on to some makeup. I've got a few makeup things to talk about today. First thing I'm gonna start with is I'm back to using this primer. I'm actually almost done with it. So I just kind of figured that I would go ahead and start to finish it up. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Universal Blurring Balm Powder. So let me show you mine here. This part here it's the bottom, it's the plastic part. So this is all the product that's left. So I've been using this to prime my skin prior to going in with my powder foundation. I really like this product. I'm not sure that I will repurchase it immediately in the future. I'm always open to trying new primers, and there's a couple primers that I have my eye on in terms of wanting to test out. But this is a primer that I would recommend for those of you with enlarged pores. Even if you have oily skin, I know that the texture of this is probably going to freak out the oily skin girlies. It did me at first too, but it is a like, I don't want to say it feels like a cream. It's kind of feels almost a little bit silicone-y, but when you press this into your skin, it helps to blur the look of the pores. So it kind of smooths your skin out. And then it really does dry down to a powder like format, if you will. Like I have no problem with my Laura Geller Balance and Brighten sticking to this. Now, do I need to give my skin a few minutes to kind of allow the product to fully settle? Yes. But does this work at smoothing out my skin and giving me a really beautiful like canvas for me to apply my powder foundation? Yes, yes it does. This is good. Listen, if you've always kind of wondered about it, but you're nervous because you have oily skin, this works pretty well on me. I don't think it extends the wear of my makeup the way that some other primers do, but it definitely blurs the look of my pores like nobody's business and makes my skin look really smooth. So I've never, by the way, used the little scoop that it comes with. I feel like that is so unnecessary when it comes to this, but the product itself, easy enough to just press into the skin and then move on with your life. I like that a lot. I don't use concealer very often, but every once in a while I do deal with a little bit of darkness that will pop up just in this inner corner part of my eye. That has been a thing just for the last couple of weeks. Sleep has been a little tricky with Craig not feeling super great. So we have been up a lot throughout the evening, kind of upping his pain medication and things like that. So I have had a little bit of darkness that has crept in here. So I decided to go ahead and start using this product again. This is the Rodial Banana Lowlighter. This is something I've had in my makeup collection for several years. Honestly, it's probably time to get rid of this and maybe replace it. I'm not sure if this is even around anymore, if it's discontinued. If it's not discontinued, I would absolutely repurchase this in the future because it does do a really good job of just brightening that area up. I don't like heavy concealers. I don't even really own any concealers. I just typically don't have a need for them. And I also don't think they sit quite right on my skin. But this is very thin. The formula is very thin. So it really doesn't take much to blend this into the skin. This is the color right here. So you can see it's kind of a really nice yellow banana type color, if you will. And it blends into the skin very quickly, very easily. Little bit obviously goes a long way. Like I could cover my entire top of my hand with just that little bit that I applied there. So I have a very bright hand over here. Man, I wish my other hand was that nice looking. Anyway, listen, I love this product. I think it works quite well at just kind of brightening that area without, again, feeling heavy or making that area look crepey. And I don't have to worry about my makeup kind of settling into the concealer because I do use powder foundation. So I feel like concealer is maybe a little bit easier to work with when you use just regular liquid or cream foundations. It's a little bit trickier when you use powder. But I just used a makeup sponge to very carefully kind of press that low lighter into the skin. So I'll put a couple dabs here, a couple dabs out here, and then I just carefully blend that out and wait for that to kind of dry down for a minute. Go in with my powder foundation and it gives me a really beautiful look to my skin. It doesn't look crepey, it doesn't like separate, doesn't interfere at all with anything else that I do on my face. So it's a good low lighter. Yeah, so I'll see if I can repurchase this because like I said, this one is getting a little old. So in terms of eye makeup, I've been doing either of these two things here. So today I have this on again. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in Oyster Pearl. If you've been here for any amount of time, you know how much I love this particular product. In fact, I think I'm gonna hit the bottom here somewhat soon. I have used the heck out of this cream eyeshadow. It's probably my favorite cream eyeshadow of all time, to be perfectly honest. This is what I have on my lid today, as well as blended up into the crease a little bit. It's not too shimmery. It looks gorgeous. I always get a lot of compliments and questions about my eye makeup when I'm wearing this. So if you've wondered, it's this. So you can get it at Sephora. Okay. I am still trying to also go through a lot of my older eyeshadow palettes that I have in my collection and determine whether I want to keep them or either pass them along to my daughter if it's safe to do so, or if they're too old, it's, you know, they go in the garbage. But this one I think is still safe enough for me to pass along, and I think I am gonna do that. I used it several times this week, but I gotta say, I'm just not in love with this one anymore. It is the Stila Perfect Me Perfect Hue eye and cheek palette. This is the fair light version. They had a few different versions of this. It's many years ago that I bought this, but I kept it because there's an eyeshadow in here that kind of reminds me of Stila Kitten, but I actually have Kitten in a single format, so I don't need to keep this entire palette just for one eyeshadow. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pass it along, but I did use this several times this week. I will say the blushes are a little bit too fair for me almost, but this is that shade that looks a little bit like Stila Kitten there. I definitely, you know, I enjoyed using these colors, but they're not crazy pigmented. And honestly, they do fade a little bit early on me into the day. So I think I'm gonna give this one to Stella. She'll have fun playing with it. Stella's skin tone is actually a little bit more fair than mine is even. She's pretty pasty. So these two blush shades I think would actually be a much better fit for her. And she likes really light, very like subtle type of blush looks. So anyway, I think I'm gonna give this to Stella, but I'm glad that I decided to grab it and just play with it a little bit and see if it was still a fit for me or not. And the fact that I've decided that I can pass it along actually feels really freaking good, because still have a lot of eyeshadows in my collection. Sorry about that little interruption there. I had to take a phone call from my boss, but let's go ahead and dive into the last product that I want to mention for this week. City Beauty just launched these brand new City Lips plumping oils yesterday, and I've actually had these in my possession for the last couple of weeks here. Full disclosure, I am a City Beauty partner or affiliate, whatever you want to call it. And usually when they release a new product, they will typically send the product out to their affiliates a couple of weeks in advance of the launch, just so that we can have a chance to try it and then share our thoughts with you after the product is officially on the website. So I have been dying to tell you guys about these plumping oils. They are so good. First of all, you guys know how I feel about the City Lips Night Oil. I have been using this now regularly for a very long time. The very first one that I received was sent to me in PR, but any of the subsequent bottles that I've had, I have actually purchased myself. This is one of the best lip oils that I have ever tried. In fact, my daughter Stella frequently deals with very severely dry, chapped lips during the winter. She walks down to the bus stop that's at the end of the street in the mornings, and then in the evenings when she's off of school, she also walks partway home. She's really bad about remembering to apply chapstick, so since it's been so cold, she just, you know, she'll lick her lips and it just zaps that moisture out of your lips, and so her lips can be painfully cracked and dry. When we get to that point, I have her apply the night oil, and it almost immediately soothes her lips and just helps with that discomfort. And then as she keeps applying it, it helps in that healing process. You guys, this has been such a fantastic oil. I feel like the formulation between these two, I have not compared the ingredients. They feel exactly the same on the lips. So I'm wondering if they just maybe decided to add some color to these, but it performs for me almost the exact same way that the night oil does. There are two shades available. This kind of really pretty candy, like cherry pink shade is called Sangria, and this one is called Pink Champagne. Honestly, this one looks like the original night oil, if you can see there. there's not much color payoff here. So as I was talking on the phone, I actually reapplied the sangria. So I have it on my lips right now. Does it look like I'm wearing a bright cherry colored lip? No, oh God, it just glides on. I love the way this feels. It feels so good. This absolutely plumps my lips up. It just looks so beautiful with just the natural color of my lips. This is mostly what I've been wearing in my videos for the last couple of weeks, is just this. It is fantastic, you guys. So smoothing, so hydrating. I do obviously have some filler left in my lips, but I have not touched my lips in like over a year and a half at this point. I don't have any intention on getting additional filler anytime soon. So I do have some filler in there, but when I apply this, it gives me like an even, like, almost like I touched my lips up with filler type of look. I feel like it just smooths everything out. It's so moisturizing, and it just makes my lips look beautiful. I love this stuff. Listen, if you like the City Lips Night Oil, you're gonna like these new plumping oils. Definitely worth checking out. But I wouldn't purchase these with the expectation of getting a ton of color payoff. You could certainly apply this over a lipstick, and I have done that because you can see here that I do have some color on the tip of this. So I have tried pairing this with some of my lipstick colors. Just glides right over and adds a really nice shine to any matte lipstick that you have in your collection. Anyway, I love them. They're fantastic. They're totally worth checking out. I'll have them linked down below with a discount code if you're interested in picking these up. No pressure. If you don't need a new lip oil right now, don't get it. But just wanted to give you guys a heads up. You'll be seeing more of these because I'm using them all the time. So anyway, that's everything that I have for you today. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to let me know what you are loving this past week in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.